Katipunan.
Mamangha sa lalim at ganda ng ating kultura at diwang makabayan sa mga salita at pahina. Sa tulong ng mga guro at manunulat ng panitikang Pilipino, halina't tuklasin ang yaman ng ating panitikan, ang pamana ng ating lahi. Ito ang Sari-Sari, tuwing Miyerkules, 11:00 ng umaga, dito sa radyo-katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Call me Mika. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was calling you Mika. I really thought your name was Mika.
Rejoice, refresh,
I'm so sorry.
renew,
It's like a
and
perfect
reflect.
stage or like
Join
your
us
name,
for
but
an
it's not
hour of
really my
music
name.
that uplifts
Okay.
the soul.
Am I allowed to ask
Listen
you that
to
on
your
air?
favorite Jesuit music ministry artists. This
Yeah,
is
it's
JMM
okay.
Radio. JMM Radio. Get your day's dose of inspirational music. Tune in to JMM Radio every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Only here on Radyo Katipunan,
So sorry, I think my
87.9
Wi-Fi is
FM.
a little slow.
Radyo
I'll do
Katipunan.
my best na-
News,
Okay,
insights,
sige.
inspiration.
Yeah, no problem. It happens
Radyo
to all of
Katipunan.
us all the time.
Down from the hill and down
Hi,
to the world.
Teetin.
Radyo Katipunan, the voice of the Blue Eagle.
I'll send the link to everyone.
To listen to music that uplifts the soul, follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. Our music is also available on iTunes and Deezer.
Tara na't simulan ng inyong umaga sa mga magagandang refleksyon tungkol sa ating buhay at pananampalataya. Kasama sina Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle ng Manila, Father J. Boy Gonzales at Father Nono Alfonso ng Kapisanan ni Jesus, Father Cali Llamado ng Manila Cathedral at Binibining Risa Singson Kaupeng ng Light of Jesus Community dito sa Kapit Pandasal sa Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. The Jesuit Hour. Get to know the Jesuits. Discover their spirituality, their history, their ministries. The Jesuit Hour. Anything Jesuit, everything Jesuit. The Jesuit Hour. Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Jescom Music Ministry, your daily dose of inspiration. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay at tenista sa loob sa labas ng eskwela. Ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan.
at you live through Radio-Katipunan 87.9 FM via Zoom. I'm Max.
And I'm Austin, and this is New Wave. So,
We hope you
Max,
well,
yes?
first of all, to everyone, I hope all of you are staying safe because it's raining. Our connection is a bit
Yeah.
slow, so please bear with us in case any technical difficulties may arise or anything may appear choppy. We're trying our best. You were
Yes, that's
saying?
true. It's been raining a lot these past few days. Yeah, like,
It
how's it been
has.
for you?
Super stormy, and like sometimes in the day it'll kind of be okay, like right now it's just gloomy, and then in the middle of the night I'll just wake up to like a really loud thunderstorm. But well, storm season in July.
Yeah, that's true. But on a lighter side, I think today is a very good day to have an episode, don't you think?
Why is it today the good day to have an episode?
I don't know, but I mean, to everyone who doesn't know what's happening, it is actually one of our co-hosts' birthday on July 31, which is Maxine
Gosh,
Cruz. Woo!
thank you, but yes, 3 days from now, same day as the feast day of Saint Ignatius, so how Ateneo can that get? But yes, thank you.
Yeah. So how are you gonna celebrate your birthday?
Friends are gonna drive by at a social distance, of course, and then probably gonna Zoom with other friends at night because, like, what else can we do now? But I think that's one thing I miss about normal life, getting to celebrate special occasions with the people you're closest to. I mean, there are friends who live far and family who live very far that I haven't gotten to see in about 2 years. So it would be nice to get to see everyone again. But okay, anyway, enough about me. Let's get on to our local find. I'm really
All
excited
right,
for this
let's
one.
do it.
So, one thing people have enjoyed improving over the pandemic are their wardrobes. Now, for our local find, you've probably seen her clothes on famous celebrities like Nadine Lustra and Alex Gonzaga. You've seen them all over fashion Instagram. So, Closet by Mika is a small business based in Manila that specializes in corsetry, owned by a fourth-year architecture student from UST. So, here to talk about it today is Angelica De La Cruz, CEO and sole proprietor. Hi, Angelica. Please turn on your camera.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you today?
Oh,
We're
we're
good. How are
good.
you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hope your Wi-Fi holds up. So, please tell us about Closet by Mika and how it started. And right before we went live, you were sharing us how you got the name. So, please share.
Actually, my real name is Angelica De La Cruz, and a lot of people mistake me for yung artista. So I get often asked a lot, like, am I related to her, ganon. Pero I changed my name kasi I think Closet by Angelica is a bit too long, and I just got the name from my favorite anime character. I don't know if you watch, but my favorite anime is Attack on Titan. So my favorite character there is
Oh,
Mikasa. So that's where I got the name. And yeah, she's just my favorite anime character of all time. So yeah, that's why I named my shop after her. Actually,
amazing.
I didn't have my brand, my own clothing store until 2021 when I launched my website. I started way back in 2018. I think I was second year college at the time or third year. And I started selling my old clothes because I had a lot of clothes. I was just a hoarder. I think I am still now, but I'm trying to change that. And in 2019 to 2020, I started to thrift, like going to ukay-ukay kasi sobrang lapit ko. Like if you're in UST or Ateneo, isang MRT lang, nandun ka na in Cubao, in Quiapo. So it was very accessible for me. That's why talagang I was into in thrifting, and I just started reselling that on my page. And then on October 2021, that's when I opened my website, which is closetbynika.com, and I started sewing, and I just got the hang of it, and that's why I launched my own brand.
Wow. That's really cool, and I really find it really interesting, like where you got the name. Like I find
Yeah.
it really because being also an Attack on Titan fan myself, and even Maxine I know is a really big fan, and she loves Sasha if I'm not mistaken.
Wow,
Oh my
okay.
god, I
Thanks
love
for the
Sasha.
exposure.
Yeah, but also like with everything that's happening in the pandemic, how have your operations been like happening?
Actually, it's not much of a difference because I still make everything myself. I don't have a hired seamstress, so it's very like easy for me still to operate my business. Because I also recently invested in an industrial machine. I can show it right now because it's literally beside me. Okay, it's a new machine. It's a gigantic table, and because of that, I just work at home and I don't have to go out, go to an office or meet other people. It's just really me working day to day on a day to day basis. And I also purely operate online, so I don't have a physical store. And I think that's just one of the greatest advantages I have because it's just very easy for me to move around and it's very quick kasi meron ng couriers now na nagpipick up from your house. So I really credit like, GoGo Express, Grab Delivery, Lala Move, all of that. They really helped my business survive the pandemic.
Yes, nice. And I know that these couriers are thriving now during the pandemic. So, next, let's move on to your unique style. So, where do you get inspiration for each collection?
Actually, my personal experiences influence a lot of my work. My recent collection is dedicated to Pride Month, which was last June lang, and it was actually dedicated to my best friend because recently he just came out, and it was a little private thing between us. Na I told him that I'm gonna dedicate this collection to you because I want you to know that I support you and love you for coming out. And I also have a lot of friends in the LGBTQ community mainly because I'm very active on like forums and groups. I'm in the Mariah Carey forum. Like I'm very active there, and I'm also a moderator there. And I'm also very active sa forums ng RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm like a huge fan. I watch every season, and I'm also surrounded and inspired by all of that fashion in that community and the symbolism in that sense. So one of my biggest inspirations for one of my original designs, which is the butterfly corset, is literally shaped like a butterfly, and it's the song by Mariah Carey titled Butterfly. And there's this one amazing performance by Shangela. She's one of the drag queens on RuPaul's Drag Race, and she did this performance and she's wearing like this literal head full of butterflies. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's my inspiration. And immediately I went to my notebook and I drafted the pattern because I make all of the patterns then for the clothes. So immediately I was able to do it like without any help. So it was really quick for me how to create these collections.
That's really interesting, actually. One of the corsets I saw from the Pride collection was also the heart corset. I saw it on Nadine Lustre.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
so for that collection, like I really strive to make something unique. Like hindi lang yung typical na rainbow
Yes.
shirt, ganon, rainbow tube, ganon. I want to make something out of this world, like something you've never seen before. So that's what I really focused my energy on.
Yeah, because usually the corsets we see like the tube type or the one with straps, but it was nice to see these had like their unique shape. So
Yeah.
that being said, apart from Nadine Lustre, I also saw one of your corsets on Alex Gonzaga. So how does it feel seeing your work reaching so far? Because like I know you also have customers abroad and customers like everywhere here.
Yeah, I mean it's really incredible. Like I really credit that to social media. Like without social media, I'm sure no one will ever hear of me. Like I really credit it to that, and it's just something that helped propel my business then on an online scene. Because oh my god, I'm sorry, it's so noisy outside.
It's all right.
Oh,
It's
that's
okay.
But yeah, it's an incredible experience because I look up to Nadine so much. Like, I told a photographer friend of mine a while back na if Nadine wears my corset, I'm literally gonna close shop. And it was just a joke. And then nagulat na lang ako na, oh my god, she's actually wearing it. And it actually came true. And it was pretty fast then kasi I just told him that like a month before it came out. And it's so funny na, oh my god, ayun na siya. And then honestly, I credit all of that to Nadine's stylist, which is Lynn Alumno. She's an amazing stylist. Ang dami na nang na-style. And I really have to thank her for that. I credit her for all of that. And she has an impeccable eye for like unique fashion. And she discovers one of the best local designers and gives them a spotlight. And I love her for that. And honestly, she has given so many designers a sense of empowerment. And the way that Lynn makes every shoot unique, it's really one to look out for.
That's really amazing. And I really like how you can really see in your passion about like how you really find these and how you find these inspirations and where you find like the inspiration to make all these amazing patterns. And the fact that you're getting all these like international clients and you even have like a lot of celebrities wearing that is such a good marker for like your business. And I'm pretty sure you know that where your business is going, but what can Closet by Mika fans like expect from you in the future? Like what upcoming projects do you have going on?
Okay, thank you for saying fans. I've never heard that before. But at the moment, I'm currently on a break because from both sewing and corsets in general. Because I'm relaunching this late August. So currently, the shop is closed, and because of that, because I wanted to like take a break and focus on expanding my portfolio of designs. So I wanted to make new designs and outside of corsets and garments that will cater to different budgets. So yun talaga yung focus ko. I wanted to make new designs, like different kinds of clothes na magki-cater sa budget. So kunyari, yung budget mo lang this month is 500 or up to 1,000. I'm trying to like do my best talaga na to make something for you na afford mo. Kasi I'm pretty aware na there's this discussion lately na sustainable fashion isn't affordable to a lot of people. It's often
Yes.
marked up really high because of ethic laws and like that. So for me, I wanted to open up a door na okay, this can also you can also afford this. I'm really doing my best right now because I'm also size inclusive. Like we're championing custom made oversized charts because I'm really aware that there are so many different body types and not all of them can fit like sa mga standard size charts. So I really focused on that for the past year. Like everything is custom made to what you want, to your size. And I think the next step talaga is to be budget inclusive in my shop. Kasi besides being sustainable and ethical, I also want to open up and be accessible through budgeting with a lot of people. So that's my next step. And I'm really excited about that. It's going to relaunch this late August. I already have a few new designs that I've finished, and I'm excited to finish it just before September.
Nice. We're very excited to see what you're going to have in store by then. So now, please tell us, where can we find you and what are your socials?
You can follow me at Closet by Nika Instagram. It's where I'm mostly active, and currently our website is not available. So once we reopen this late August, you just go on right ahead and click closetbynika.com.
Okay. Thank
You
you
guys
very
heard that?
much.
Check it
Thank you
out.
Yes.
so much.
Yes, everyone, check that out. Angelica, please leave your socials in the comment section of the Facebook Live so that more people can reach you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks. Bye.
That was really nice, actually. And that's something I noticed with a lot of the young entrepreneurs now. Social media really gives them a good platform because, like, I think before we had like Facebook Marketplace, Instagram, and even places like Shopee, people would kind of have a harder time because it would kind of be word of mouth and then you kind of just sell from home. But then now with social media, you can really connect to a wide audience.
Yeah, and I really like how this pandemic, like even though there's the pandemic and a lot of people are struggling with the pandemic, you can still see that there's still a lot of
Yes.
people who, they're still trying to make it work and they're still doing what they can to try to make it in this world despite like all these like hard things that are happening because of the pandemic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I was just informed that our FB live stream froze visually. I hope
Oh
that gets
no.
fixed soon. Part of it may be the storm. Signal gets really bad, like especially when it starts raining. Sometimes everyone's Wi-Fi just messes up. But
That's true.
speaking of rain, we have some cast members from Rak of Aegis coming up.
That we do, yes. And yeah, who is joining us today in our amazing episode?
All right, so joining us today are three cast members from the well-loved and critically acclaimed hit musical Rak of Aegis. Now, before they start streaming next week, let's get to know what getting this together was like. So please join us in welcoming Gahol, Teetin Villanueva, and Paeng Sudayan. Hello, everyone.
Hello!
Hello.
Hi,
Hey.
hi, hi.
All right, so how are you guys, and what have you been up to this quarantine before we get into Rak?
Ah.
Nothing.
Well, kung ano-anong pinagagawa namin actually.
Ako tulog lang. Tulog.
That's such a
No, I think literally.
Sorry?
Wait, nag-echo kayo sa akin. I'll be back.
Same.
Yeah. All right.
Technical difficulties.
Yes, here we go again. I'm telling you, it's
All
the
right,
rain.
So, I get distracted by the echo.
Yeah, me too.
What's happening?
Well, okay, let's try to carry on. Maybe we can mute when we're not talking. I think that'll help.
Hello.
Or maybe that's me.
Hello?
Sir Gio, I think that's
The echo is coming from me.
Ay, hello.
There we go. I think
Hello,
I can
hello.
still hear myself. Okay, so this episode is going to be how to stop echoes on Zoom.
Yeah. It's like, para tayo nasa loob ng cave.
Actually. Sige, I'll try to answer the question.
All
I
right.
can go in my brain.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, kidding aside, actually kaming mga theater actors, kung ano, as in nag-echo siya, wait lang, tatanggalin ko na muna. Kami mga theater actors, we've been doing a lot of different things during the pandemics. A couple of us have entered online selling, and kaming tatlo, aware ako na si Gio and si Paeng, they also do voice talent projects, and they're easy to do kasi we can work from home, for example. So, mga voiceovers or jingles, and a couple of us have started streaming as well, and kapag meron, we also do lock-in tapings, pero madalang kasi yun ngayon kasi mas onti yung opportunities, especially may nabawasan ng isang ng franchise ng isang network, for example, and theater companies are not able to produce shows right now. So actually kung ano-ano yung mga pinagagawa namin. Like si Paeng, he's a regular streamer on Kumu. So you can watch, nag-promote na, you can watch him on Kumu. Madala siya mag-stream doon. Ang galing-galing ni Paeng. And si Gio naman, he's been busy with other things, and recently he even started his own recording company or production company, Bahalandia Records. So it's also inspired by Rak of Aegis actually. And naglabas din siya ng sarili niyang podcast. You can search for it on SoundCloud, na inspired din by Rak of Aegis. So mga stories about Barangay Venecia, and tapos gine-guest niya yung mga, for example, original cast members and some cast members ng Rak, and then our writer and other people in the company of Rak of Aegis. And let me test if nag-echo. Hello? Ganon.
Yes,
At
I think
basically,
okay.
kung ano
can hear you.
ginagawa namin actually. Kung ano-ano. That's it.
But it sounds like you guys have been really busy despite the pandemic. So that's really good to hear that, you know, despite na may pandemic, or like you guys are still keeping busy and still doing things. And I just really want to congratulate you on Rak of Aegis coming to live stream this week and the month of August. Woo! That's great. I was just wondering, how did the idea of putting Rak of Aegis online to stream begin? Like, where did the idea start?
Sige, I guess I'll answer this one. So Rak of Aegis has been running for almost 8 years. We opened in 2014, and we've had 7 runs since. So ever since, actually, we've been planning on. The big dream is to really go on tour, to bring Rak of Aegis to, say, Cebu, Davao, CDO, different parts of the country, and even in some parts of Southeast Asia. We've been trying to achieve that. So supposedly after our 7th run, which was back in 2019, it was already in the works. Like the next step was really to go on tour. But lo and behold, COVID happened, so that didn't materialize. So again, that was parked. And then last year, a lot of theater companies started streaming on their shows online. And this sparked actually the call of the public, especially the people who've seen Rak of Aegis in the past, na i-stream din daw ng PETA. So, syempre we will heed to that call. Gusto ng tao makita, and we would be more than happy to offer it, diba, to stream it online. It just took a while because there were some things we needed to iron out, like say permissions for the music of Aegis, because in Rak of Aegis we're featuring all the songs are are based off of the songs of the Aegis band. So we needed to iron out the permissions for that. All the technical requirements for a show to be streamed online, we needed to have it checked. And then yun, finally, 2021, we're streaming starting this weekend, and we're gonna be streaming only for 4 days. That's July 31st, August 1, August 7th, and August 8th. So yeah, we're really hoping a lot of people finally get to enjoy it. The ones who have not seen it, even if we've done 449 shows in the past, apparently, I mean, of course, there will still be people who have not had the chance to see it. So ngayon, finally, pwede na at the comfort of their own homes. And we're also available worldwide. So anywhere in the world, we have a lot of people who bought their tickets from Canada, from the United States, Singapore, Hong Kong, and so on and so forth. So, ayun, I don't know, you guys, have you seen it, Austin and Max?
I am proud to say I saw it twice.
Awesome.
With two
Okay.
different casts, and I'm very excited to see it again. Because what was so nice about Rak of Ages for me was each cast brought something new to the table. Like, it was always different, especially the ensembles. Like, the things they'd be doing in the background, it contributed to the story, and different people, different ways. So it was nice to see. And of course, the humor, the play itself was really a fun watch.
Awesome. Thanks, Max.
Thank you very much.
Ikaw, Austin.
Me, on the other hand, I asked my mom, like, I asked her to, oh, we should watch Rak of Ages sometime. And she's like, didn't I already bring you? Didn't we watch na? I was like, no, we didn't watch it. He's like, wait, no, that was your dad pala, hindi ikaw. So I didn't get to watch it then. I'm still waiting for my chance. Now I can stream it. That's
This is
great.
it, Austin. Yeah.
You have no excuses anymore.
Absolutely.
No, wala na.
Okay, so let's walk down memory lane a bit. So, looking back at life pre-pandemic, what was it like to be part of the production of Rak of Ages? Like being in the venue, rehearsing together. Give us a glimpse of how that was like. Anyone can start.
Si Paeng. Ano to? Makikinig ka lang?
Hindi. Iniisip ko kasi kung ako ba yung nag-echo, kaya nagpalit ako ng gamit. Paano ba? Sobrang nakaka-miss kasi na tumapak sa stage, yung marinig yung tawanan ng audience, kung nag-work ba yung mga jokes or hindi, yung mga palakpakan nila, and everything. Kasi parang dati, before, everyday life mo yon, so tinitake for granted mo yung chance na makapagpalabas. Pero ngayong almost 2 years na kaming hindi nakakatapak sa stage. Grabe yung sabik, as in, sabik na kami ngayon na makabalik talaga dun. So,
But
I'm sure. Does anyone want to add to that?
Sige, I'll build on that. I
Alright.
think one of the things na talagang namimiss namin that we had pre-pandemic was because nga Rak of Aegis was almost an annual thing. Like we were running almost every year. So expected na namin every year na magkita-kita kami at a certain point during that time, during the year, na magkita-kita kami to do the show. So, 2020, nagkamisan kami, and even now that we're streaming online, right? I think one of the most wonderful things about this show is the community that was built on stage. Because Rak of Aegis it's the story of this little girl. She's not little. Of this girl who is part of a community, and then it's her dream. The story is really about her achieving her dream and her taking the whole community with her. Parang in her success story. So yung community na meron dun sa Rak of Aegis in the story, naging totoo siya. It became a real life community. Like we're a total of 42 actors. Throughout the years, we've accumulated 42 actors na naging part ng produksyon to. So, para na kaming family. So, ayun, nakakamiss siya talaga. It's like, I heard Max was saying kanina na, diba, you had relatives that you haven't seen in 2 years. It's pretty much the same for us. Parang it's odd na we didn't see each other last year, and we haven't seen each other this year as well. So ganun din, almost 2 years since Rak closed in, that was the end, September 29, 2019. That was the last time that we all got together. So, ganun, nakakamiss siya. It's a big family, a big community.
Yeah.
Um,
And ako kasi, parang pumasok ako a year after they started the show. Si Paeng kasi, at saka si Gio, they're part of the original cast. Bale, si Paeng original ensemble member yan ng first run. Si Gio naman, he's our choreographer. So he's part of the artistic team that really helped build the show. And then eventually naging part siya ng ensemble. So lalo na tong dalawang to, I'm sure they miss it so much kasi naging ano talaga sila, they were the pioneering team of the whole thing. And ako, kahit fourth run na ako nakapasok, grabe yung attachment ko sa show because of the culture that they built backstage and during shows. Yung ang saya-saya talaga ng samahan ng Rak of Aegis. And I'm very proud to say na parang marunong lumugar yung lahat ng tao. Kung saang parts ng show pwede maglaro, for example, or kailan pwede mag-improv. But there are also parts na we know that everyone knows that importante yung cues sa eksenang to or sa mga eksenang to, bawal tayo maging makulit. Ganon, for example. So it's really a great balance of parang professionalism and ang saya-saya, nakakamiss lahat. Yun lang masasabi ko talaga.
Wow, you guys seem like you had such a fun time like behind set and like all the things you say about building a family and building that culture and community. And I was wondering, was this your first time performing for this big production company? And like if not, how was this production company different from like maybe the ones you did in the past?
Ano ba? Ako, I've been doing productions na rin kasi with PETA even before Rak of Aegis. So, hindi siya yung first time ko, pero ito yung first ever na experience ko kung paano magbuo ng original musical ang PETA. So, from the audition process to the callbacks, to the rehearsals, pati yung PETA night. Yung PETA night is, yun yung lahat ng members ng PETA ay manonood ng palabas, then ikikritik nila kung ano ba yung mga pwedeng i-improve. So, grabe talaga yung experience na yon. Pati yung opening show na lahat kami kabado kasi hindi namin alam kung ano yung magiging reaction ng audience doon sa palabas. Hindi nga namin alam na comedy pala siya eh. Na sa first scene lang namin nagtawanan yung mga tao. Then yung, alam niyo yung parang magkakahawa kayo ng kamay, announce na yung panalo sa mga competition. Nung narinig namin na nagtawanan na yung mga tao for the first time, doon pa lang kami nakahinga sa loob siguro ng mga 5 months naming pag-rehearse. So, grabe yung experience niya. Grabe yung yung experience.
Wow, all of you talking about like how it was to perform, it makes me miss like watching plays or even performing because it's very different. I mean, even if we have streams like this now, we still don't have the same level of interaction as we would if the audience were in the room with us or if the people we were performing alongside were with us. I mean, I think had things been normal, we would have been in the booth in radyo-katipunan right now, we would have been able to have this conversation face to face. And I think like the throwing of questions and jokes would have been very different also.
Yeah,
Right.
no lagging involved.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and no echoes.
Right? Because like when this pandemic started, lockdown, like we had to become our own tech people, our own makeup people, and unlike before. Yeah, so anyway.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so for Mr. Gio, so tell us about being a choreographer. What's your process like? Let's go to the choreography side of this.
What's my process like? No, paano ba? Actually, prior to doing theater, kasi I've really just been my main thing before was as a performer was really dancing. I was a member of CADS.
Oh,
yeah. So
welcome back to Ateneo.
I know. But guys, I graduated 08. I'm ancient, so all right. So
still an Atenean.
Yeah. So that was really my thing, and my experience in theater was limited to just doing productions with Ateneo and Tablado, which I did mostly after college na eh. So yun, I guess I just married the discipline and the aesthetic and the techniques that I learned from my 4 years in CADS, with what I learned in theater through Ateneo and Tablado. And yung pinaka-process ko is I can't, kunyari sa CADS, like when we would choreograph for a dance routine, there isn't necessarily a story. Parang it follows a certain structure, but it's not following a narrative. So I guess the wonderful thing about also doing theater through Ateneo and Tablado was it taught me that I could actually choreograph something that tells a story. So hopping into doing Rak of Aegis, this was my very first professional theater choreography stint. I knew na parang, okay, I can't just pull dance moves out of thin air. Which is why I absolutely loved working with our director, Maribel Ricarda, and our musical director, Mike Salomon. It was really it was just a very organic collaboration between the three of us. Among the three of us. So, our director is she's very particular about movement kasi. So I was getting the right notes from her. Like, she knew exactly what she wanted to see on stage. So all I needed to do was translate her vision into choreography. And then Mike, to this day, like, I've been doing professional theater for 7 years. It always excites me whenever I know I get to work with Mike, because Mike makes such amazing arrangements na talagang mabait sa choreographer. Sobrang yung music niya, how he arranges music is so exciting for a choreographer like me. Parang he just gave me so much room to work with. Basta I get to experiment. I'm not stuck with like a certain rhythm or a certain timing, ganyan. So ayun. So for Rak, I guess I was in the right place. I was at the right place at the right time when I got this project. I actually left my full-time job when I knew I got this project because I wanted to really dedicate my entire being. Wow, all my time and all my energy and all my effort into making sure that the work is good. I mean, you don't want to enter the industry na petiks ka, right? So,
Of course.
Ayun. But yeah, it's an amazing collaboration. And come on, I love our cast. I love ito, like si Paeng. a lot of the members of the ensemble in the beginning, nagsasabi na sila na hindi ako dancer. And that's not an issue for me. Like, for me, the important part is we move and then we just remind ourselves that we're not moving just to dance. We're telling the story through our body. So, ayun.
So
pero
now,
dancer na sila
yes,
ngayon.
I'm the best. I'm the best now.
Dancer na si Paeng.
Award-winning
Saka,
choreographer.
ang
and
masaya
singer.
rin, yung
Sorry.
kay Gio rin, add ko lang na ang challenging din sa kanya. Kasi, for example, natapos na niya yung choreography for a scene. Biglang lilipat kami sa stage. Mag-a-adjust na naman ng bago. So, like 3 days before opening, magko-choreo siya ng bago. Then lahat ng naaral namin restart sa umpisa dahil nga nagkaroon ng bagong set. So, yun din, ang saya din ng challenge na nun. Challenge ng ng mga circumstances na yun.
Yeah, I want to add on to that. Max has seen the show. Austin, you haven't yet. This set it's like, how do I describe it? It's global guts. Like, dude, it's Takeshi's Castle. Ganong level. Yung parang, it's not an even plane. It's not like a stage in a theater na flat surface na, all you need to keep in mind is how far one end is to the next and how deep the stage is. Ito hindi. It's platform upon platform. There's water. Then we have to jump over the water. It's wet. And then at times it becomes unstable. Diba? Kasi it's supposed to be, the setting is a downtrodden town. So dapat talaga mukha siyang dilapidated lahat, ganyan. Pero syempre, we kept it sturdy. Although, in some instances lang talaga, parang the foundation isn't as reliable. But we're still alive. Nobody's dead. Nobody has died in Rak. We
Thank
just want everyone
goodness.
to know. Yeah.
No one was harmed in the making of
Yes.
this production.
No.
Meron ng mga nahulog or
Oh no.
Oh,
Suki kami sa
nahulog sa
sa
baha.
ER.
Sa
Yeah, but ano naman, it's nothing insurance can't cover. So mga
course.
pasa,
Mga basa,
galos,
contusion, ganun lang. Mga bugbog lang.
Actually, a few years ago, I took musical theater under Jimby de la Cruz, and I know she was an ensemble member. She actually made cuento about that. I remember because Gio was saying like, oh, the platforms. Like she told us that she would jump from one platform to the other and then just pray for her life because everything was wet.
You just have to let it go, as Elsa once said. Just make the jump and let it go.
But I was wondering about that with the whole the platforms and it being wet. Like, how did you prepare as a choreographer, and how did you teach this? Was there a special like thing that you tried to teach them that was like special for it because of the how it went down with all the obstacles and that?
Oh, I just scared them to doing everything. Just kidding. No, hindi kasi ano nga eh. All right, I think to ano ba? All right. Rak of Aegis is an original work, and like I said earlier, we really had no expectations coming into it. Like we know it's a new material. It's exciting because it makes use of the music of Aegis, but the show in its entirety talagang uncertain for us if it's gonna work or not. So ano kasi nag-all hands on deck na lang kami. Parang it reached the point after maybe a month or a month and a half into rehearsing and putting the show together. We just decided that this has to work. Because there were just a lot of things that PETA has not even attempted to do, like making it rain on stage, having water as part of as one of the main parts of the set, and just the sheer amount of the number of people. There were just a lot of things na konting kibot. It's gonna make it or it's gonna break it. So on my end sa choreography, yun na lang din yung mindset ko. Like, guys, it has to work. So let's help each other out. I was kidding. I did not scare them into doing things that will endanger their lives. But ganun, parang just it's a collective we were all collectively convinced na we have to make this work. So whatever it takes, even if it's something new, even if it's something we've never tried before, we're only gonna know if it's gonna work if we try it. So we just gave it a shot. Also because yun din, like this was my first professional choreography stint, and this was Mike Salomon's very first professional musical director stint. So even yun, parang PETA and our director took a risk by getting two newbies, relative newbies to be part of the artistic staff.
Well, I think that
it all
it's glad
became
that they did,
magical.
though.
Yeah.
Add ko lang din kasi very challenging physically itong play na to. So, before kami, for example, magkakaroon ng rerun, before kami mag-rehearse, parang magkakaroon muna kami ng 3 weeks kay Gio ng CrossFit classes, ganun. so ganun siya ka-demanding physically. So, nagka-class kami para maging ready talaga yung katawan. And kahit a month into the show, doon pa lang masasanay, makakapag-adapt yung katawan mo kung gaano ka-challenging talaga yung set, yung choreography, and lahat ng elements dun sa play. Kaya, ayun, napaka-saya lang niya.
Okay. But, yes, I'm sorry, Miss Teetin.
I-share ko lang din sana na I really appreciate it na yung actually yung artistic team namin, they're fun to work with, but they're also very straightforward, and they will tell you if there are things that you need to improve on. So Gia is like, meron siyang teacher mode, meron siyang meron siyang choreographer mode, pero meron din siyang like, hey, I'm Gio, I'm your friend mode, ganon. So, I guess, nakikita na yun ng lahat ng tao. So, lang din talaga, it's really demanding parang excellence from each other and supporting each other na sabay-sabay tayong nagbe-build ng resistensya at saka nagbe-build ng katawan for this so that we can pull off the shows well. Kasi mahaba yung runs ng Rak eh. It's at least 2 months. So, noong 2019, we did 3 months pa. So, medyo mahaba. So, kailangan talagang prepared lahat.
Parang almost 80 shows siya lagi kapag nag-run. So,
But yeah, it sounds so like how you guys describe it. It sounds very like physically demanding, like you guys said. And I was wondering what was like probably the hardest number or stunt that you guys had to practice. Or Sergio, what was the hardest number you had to teach them?
Alam mo, I think the fact lang, okay, marami kasing, there were okay, there's one of the first few, it's one of the first production numbers in the show. It's to the song Rockin' in the Cities. Yon, I think, was a directive then from our director. She really told me na, I need this to be high octane. So dito yung ang daming talunan over the flood, as in simultaneous and then repeatedly over different parts of the production number. So yun siguro yung pinaka challenging, and madami na kasi sa amin who've had to get over the fear nga of kasi we're not just jumping over the water, we're jumping. Once your foot lands on the other side, you go straight into into choreography. So, ayun, I guess yun din yung sinasabi. That's why we do CrossFit and HIIT, because it requires athleticism. Yeah. You have to be nimble and you have to be always alert.
Yes,
thank you, Gio. That's why I'm so athletic na.
Oh my God, pang-Olympics ka na.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, that's really cool to hear. And I was just wondering, was there like a certain spot you guys have to land on? Otherwise, it's too wet na you guys will slide? Or do you guys have like, is the floor like just wet all over?
Masking tape.
May X.
Actually, throughout the show, every time we, alert na kami, marami kaming basahan. As in, like in the entrance, in the entrances and exits sa wings, may mga basahan doon just in case, let's say, a part of the stage gets super wet na hindi na siya na punasan during the what do you call this? The transition. Yung mga actors, we just have to pick it up, and then once we enter, however way, discreetly, kailangan mapunasan namin yung sahig. But as a precaution naman, lahat ng edges of the stage meron nung parang sandpaper tape. Basically the slip-proof tape. We do that. We do slip-proofing, and ayun. Yeah, so go Paeng.
Saka rin siya, kanya-kanyang strategy na rin siya kung paano mo i-save yung sarili mo. Kung sa tingin mo ito yung mag-work sa'yo, ganun lang siya. Kung saan ka tatapak. Minsan meron pang mga superstitions kung dapat bago ka tumalon, eto mo na yung gagawin mo. Kumbaga kanya-kanyang diskarte lang kami.
At saka rin, yung nga nabanggit ni Gio, in between scenes, meron talaga mga tao who come in, tapos sila yung kunyari part ng eksena na nagpupuna sila, naglilinis sila to make sure that it's safe for the numbers that will require a lot of jumping over, and may specific spots talaga na dapat dry to kasi maraming tatalon dito, ganon. And kapag meron ng nadulas, syempre parang we inform the backstage team agad na may area dito na kailangang bigyan ng special attention, more punas-punas here, ganon, kasi delikado.
That's interesting. So in a sense, it was the cleaning up or the drying was incorporated into the play. Oh, that's
absolutely. Yeah. Sometimes like I even needed to incorporate it into some choreography. Like, parang at certain points, papasok. So I need like a dance break na there's no choreography because I allot like 1 whole 8 of people just wiping the floor and then dance, ganun, and sing, ganun.
And pati yung mga stage managers and stage hands, umaarte na rin sila para lang dun sa para lang dun malinis yung mga parts ng stage na basa.
That's nice. I remember in Ateneo Theater that also happens a lot. Like you sign up to be a stage manager, but then you end up needing to act in a certain scene because you're actually like fixing a prop at the back or like pushing something off stage.
Yeah,
So-
actually our director, si Maribel Legarda, is notorious for that. In almost all the productions in PETA that she's directed, she always somehow makes it a point na the stage management team get to act. Like they're acting
Nice.
stage managers, yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, okay, now let's talk about ensemble work. So that's, as I said earlier, that's one thing that made the play really interesting because it seemed like some of the characters kind of had their own storylines going, which was separate from the main storyline. So with this, as actors, how much creative freedom did you have when bringing your Rak of Aegis characters to life?
Super collaborative kasi yung director namin, si Miss Maribel Legarda. So, maluwag siya sa amin, pero at the same time, challenging kasi kailangan namin mag-create ng mga sarili naming mga pakulo. Mga pakulo, yung mga ginagawa ng ensemble, like yung pag-inom sa mga hindi pa nakakanood, yung mga tricks namin doon para ma-entertain yung mga turista. Pero at the same time, challenging siya kasi para ka nag-audition ulit. Like, parang pasado ka na sa play, pero parang nag-audition ka ulit during rehearsals kasi gagawin mo siya sa rehearsal, then i-approve siya on the spot or i-reject na hindi siya nag-work, try another one. So, medyo lang din siya, challenging sa amin kung paano namin nabuo yung mga characters namin. Pero masaya lang din kasi for example, may isang scene doon na hindi naman ako kasali sa eksena pero pumasok lang ako. So, nandun ako sa buong eksena na wala namang ginagawa. Pero dahil nga, nakatulong naman siya, minark na siya na lagi na akong nandun. So, ayun.
Anong eksena to, Paeng? Sorry.
Yung
Anong eksena?
yung nasa tindahan, yung habang sinta, wala naman yun pero pumasok lang ako doon tapos nakitambay. Kasi originally, ako yung kumukuha ng mga tao na magpi-picture taking opening ng Act 1. Pero kasi nag-cut dahil medyo mahaba. So, doon sa sumunod na doon ko na lang nilipat ng biglaan lang. And hindi naman siya tinatanggal. So, ayun lang. Nandun na siya.
For the show.
Part na siya ng show.
Wow, that's cool.
I was gonna say na all of the parang mga pakulo ng mga tao, they really happen during rehearsals. Kasi maraming mga bagay na pwedeng ipasok sa show and then meron ding other things that our director will tell you na, no, don't do that. So, it's also parang, din siya, respeto din siya sa co-actors mo na hindi ka manggugulat talaga sa actual show. So, it really has to go through that process. Kasi, parang kung manggugulat ka ng co-actors, what if your co-actors don't know how to react to it or parang, alam mo yan, it might throw other people off. So, din siya, timplahan. Ganon.
We make sure naman ako maipapasok kami na bago, gagawin na sa rehearsal, then may approval ng stage manager namin. So.
But has there ever been a moment na baka one of your castmates was caught off guard or something like that, or baka like the improv did not go well?
I'm not sure. Meron ba kayong maalala? Kasi usually
Ikaw, Teetin, yung hindi mo alam na iniba yung lyrics ng yung tara.
Rap.
Yung sa rap.
Ay, okay, that! Oh my God! I remember. Okay, so meron kasing part doon na may rap portion. And then, ako kasi, it takes some time for me to master stuff. So, nung biglang sinalang ako and I was not aware na may change sa rap portion, medyo kami nung partner ko, anong nangyari? Katinginan na lang ako, tumahimik na lang ako, ikaw nang bahala. Parang gano'n.
Was that me?
I'm not sure, Jimmy.
Or was it
Maybe it
John?
was you.
You know what? It was probably me.
Yes. So I'm like,
Saka titin yung costume mo dun sa yung basket.
oh my God, why do these things happen to me? Hindi, meron kasi we've been doing the show for how many runs already? And then parang syempre yung aming costume team, parang pinagkakatiwalaan na nila yung mga cast members who have already done the show. So, when I came in to do my first show for a specific run, I don't remember, hindi ako na-inform na may bagong costume for a scene, na dapat pare-pareho kaming lahat naka-basketball uniform. May as in uniform ng basketball team, parang jersey, as in matching pa dapat. And then yung queue namin na may lobby area pa. So pagkadating ko doon, nakita ko silang lahat and I'm like, ano yan? Tapos wala nang oras kasi nasa lobby ka eh. So I'm like, dito na tayo, okay, let's go. So I'm like, tapos, after the scene, pagpunta ko backstage, si Ate A, yung head ng costumes team, she was like, Teetin, sorry. And I'm like, okay lang, nangyari na eh. Sige, okay lang.
Ano lang din, kasi maraming alternates yung kada cast member.
Oo.
So, nagkakaroon talaga ng time na, kunyari, i-announce na may ganitong changes, wala yung isang alternate. So, syempre, bilang marami rin talaga nagpapalitan, may mga times lang na nalilito. Nalilito na yung mga tao. So, ayun lang din. Kaya,
Akala nila na-inform na.
But yeah, it's good na even though may surprises na like that, you can still roll with it. Yung yes and ng actors, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And in 449 shows that we've done, that has happened countless times. I mean, some we weren't even there to witness or we weren't part of it, but it's probably happened. But that's the beauty of live theater.
Yes.
I mean, there's always something unexpected that will happen, and it takes everyone the effort of everyone on stage to make sure that you pull through in case something unexpected happens.
And yun yung nagpapasaya sa mga show. Yung mga moments na ganun. Yun yung bumubuhay sa inyo na pagod ka that time, then may mangyayaring ganun na hindi mo malilimutan for the rest of the night.
That's so true. They become the stories that you share after every production. All right. So I heard from the station that there are power outages going on right now, which is kind of causing our broadcast to delay. So thank you three so much for being such troopers. But before we go, please describe Rak in 3 words and invite the audience to see it.
Umpisahan ko na. 3 words. Rak is back. So please watch this online streaming. I'm sigurado ako mag-enjoy kayo, and dun sa mga tao na hindi na malayo sa venue before, ito na yung chance para mapanood niyo yung play, and rin dun sa mga bagong audience na manonood, sobrang excited ako for them. Kaya let's go guys. Nood na kayo ng Rak of Aegis.
Nice. Next.
Ako naman, masaya, pasabog, and nostalgic. Kasi yung sa online streaming, hindi lang naman kami yung makikita nyo doon. Nandun din yung audience. And maririnig nyo yung tawanan nila, yung palakpakan nila. Parang it'll sort of feel like we're inside the theater. Ganon. Parang I'm just actually also excited to hear all of that and see that energy. Ganon.
Okay. Ako, 3 words. Original, inspiring, and ang lalim nung lalim ng buntong hininga, as if naman may something special dun sa last na sasabihin.
Biglang
right
cute. Yung cute lang.
Original, inspiring, and yay. And yay, the last word, yay. No, original, inspiring, and Filipino. It's very Filipino. So, ayun. So, we would like to invite you to watch Rak of Aegis. We start online streaming this weekend. We'll be streaming July 31st, August 1st, August 7th, and August 8th. You can get tickets in 3 different ways. We have streaming ticket at 350. We have video on demand, which is a 24-hour access for 500, and we have VIP premium for 1,000 pesos, where you get a video on demand access and also get to watch a live concert by Aegis featuring some cast members of Rak of Aegis. So if you want a little bonus, you don't want to just watch the show, you also want to watch an Aegis concert, then you can get the VIP premium ticket. You can purchase tickets through Ticket to Me. So that's ticket the number 2 me.net. It's also, I would also like to take this opportunity to mention that the Rak of Aegis online streaming is it kickstarts the fundraising campaign of PETA, which is Take PETA Beyond COVID. So all the proceeds that we get from the Rak of Aegis online streaming goes into keeping PETA alive and making sure that we still get to do our work of transforming lives through theater, even after all of this is done, hopefully soon. So maraming salamat. We hope that you get to watch Rak of Aegis and stay safe and stay healthy.
Well,
Actually,
you guys
that was
heard
the perfect
CG.
weather to watch Rak of Ages. Parang watching Rak of Ages and there's a storm brewing outside. It kind of feels appropriate, almost immersive.
Yeah, and
Right?
we've always done our runs have always been during the rainy season.
Yes, that's so true.
I've been a fan of a lot of, like, I really like watching movies that take place in the rain. I always like that aesthetic of rain. So I am very excited to watch it when you guys are free to stream. Yes. Yeah.
Do it,
But
Austin. Buy your ticket.
I will. For sure, I will. I will, no doubt. I'm going to watch it with my mom again. So this time we'll watch together now. Yes. So I'd like to thank you, Sir Gio, Teetin, and Sir Paeng for joining us on this really special episode. But before we say goodbye to our audience, we have some special guests who are joining us for the last few minutes because it is one of our co-hosts' birthday,
Oh, here
Maxine.
we go.
So yes, we do have 2 guests. One is Sir Noel from the radio show Level Up, and the other is B from the student show Mind Ed. Hey guys, are they here?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get roasted.
Happy birthday, Max. Are we gonna go?
Thank you.
Oh no, you.
Hi,
I don't
B.
know if Sir Noel is here.
You're a student pala.
Oh, no.
I know. Austin, ikaw
Oh, no. It's a form of respect.
Gusto ko yung ganyan. Anyway, ayan, sinabihan na ako ni James sa pasok na. James is supposed to be here. I don't know. So yan, happy birthday, Max. I actually do not know what I'm doing here. Inatak lang ako ni Austin. So yeah, happy birthday, Max. And next time na yung cheesy message.
Oh no.
And I was supposed to change my background for you, but wag na lang. Nahiya ako.
Oh God. That's fair.
Yep.
But I hear you're also my replacement when I'm not here. So also thank you for having my back. Yes.
You owe me coffee, Austin.
Oh, okay, yes, for sure. I'll send it over.
we should have an episode na nandyan si Austin at nandun ako. So
Yes,
It's nice to see you guys in one place.
I know.
That's funny.
So yeah, happy
So-
birthday.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so
I owe you a
much.
cake. Or a
Oh my gosh,
cookie.
thank you. All right, well, it's 6 o'clock. Once again, thank you to our guests for being such troopers today, for making it through that terrible internet, the power outages. Thank you so much. But before we let you go, we need to thank a few more people first. And thank you, B, for the wonderful greeting.
Yes. So yeah, we'd love to thank James for handling our broadcast, and of course Sir Justin for always having our backs.
Of course. So thank you also for joining, to our audience, for joining us today, despite, like I said, despite the storm. And we look forward to seeing you all next time. So please join us on our next episode on August 4.